True North Reviews, True North Reviews, True North Reviews.
Hey there, welcome to True North Reviews. My name is Ryan, and today we are discussing the Adele record, 30. This is the fourth studio album by the English singer and songwriter, one of the best-selling artists of all time, eclipsing 120 million records. So Adele is someone who really doesn't need an introduction, even though I just gave her one. Notable before 30's album release, though, Adele finalized for divorce, and that topic is explored in depth here a lot. On October 15th, 2021, Adele released Easy on Me, the first single for 30, arguably her most powerful piano ballad since Someone Like You. On the track, Adele puts her vocal range to the test by embellishing pitch. I really do like what she brings to this song and how the dramatic effect underpins the need for understanding and forgiveness. Transitioning to the rest of the album, though, many of the songs go for the same lofty vocal presentation along with stripped back instrumentals. And relatively compared to her previous record 25, Adele is still in control of her vocal power on new tracks here, such as My Little Love and To Be Loved. The former, in My Little Love, is a poignant entry into motherhood and divorced life, as there are some voice notes on this track that elevate the emotional expression on the record. Whereas on To Be Loved, Adele takes this bottled regret, sadness, and confusion, all these other emotions that she has, and just belts out notes that I'm pretty sure we haven't heard before. Granted, some of the singing on To Be Loved is loud and the instrumentation is sparse, but Adele really does pack a punch into this 6-minute song. Unfortunately, not all of the 6-minute songs are justified in their length, in my opinion, 3 of which cap this record. I'm fine with To Be Loved, as I said, but Hold On has a piano that's very minimal. It's not until the second half that the song adds in the full band, but by then, I'm kind of just checked out and I've lost all interest. Much can be said the same for Love Is a Game, whose call and response vocals add not a whole lot to this track. Moving on, though, it's not just the longer tracks that suffer from a dip in quality, in my opinion. There are those concise 3-minute tracks that also are a bit hit or miss for me. The biggest hit of those shorter tracks would have to be Oh My God, which showcases Adele's impressive vocal runs. Additionally, the chorus melody is great despite the backing instrumental being tacky and a tad out of place. On the other hand, the track Strangers by Nature opens this record with a very eerie atmosphere, but I do think the style clashes and it's very unflattering with the instrumental. For example, the strings and the sub bass don't mix very well. It's like the strings are water and the sub bass is oil. Looking elsewhere on the record, many issues start to appear in the vocal department, which is surely something I never would have seen myself criticizing of Adele, but on a track like Cry Your Heart Out, the excessive vocal processing is just inexcusable. Seriously, Adele could go without this song's vocal effects and the girl group vocals in general. Because yeah, the same issues plague songs like I Drink Wine and All Night Parking. And sure, while all the tunes and melodies are acceptable, they're fine, it's the backing vocals that are really harsh when I listen to them. On All Night Parking especially, there's not much in terms of a progression or resolution to the track either. By the time the song starts getting interesting, it's over. It's kind of like if you blink, you miss it. Sadly, not much else can save this album from its misery, as Can I Get It is a poor take on millennial pop, complete with a boring whistle melody. And even Woman Like Me does very little in the way of having listeners empathize with Adele as she shares this divorce tale. Obviously, me firing back criticisms that Adele isn't, making anything better, but A Woman Like Me, it just has Adele sounding very conceited. And look, I know that's the name of the game when you explore heartbreak and divorce on an album, but still, even ignoring that and focusing strictly on the musical elements, the harmonies that are here, especially the ones in the first verse, those are questionable. So yeah, not much I could come back to on 30 by Adele, and as much as I find this album necessary for her catalog, I personally don't have much of a connection to it. Most songs end up sounding like modern interpretations of soul, and if that's your thing, that's great. I don't really care for it. And no matter how great this record sounds, how well it's produced, how well it's written, the performance is what really let me down here. Enough to say that I don't like this record, so it's a 4 out of 10 for me, but there's the review for today. Make sure you guys sound off down below in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of this music, whether you agree or disagree. I'm here to engage with you guys. If you'd like to leave a like, subscribe if you're new in town, I'd appreciate that as always. Thanks for watching, and have a rockin' day.